Welcome to Ground Zero. The 1920s spun a frenetic, dualistic zeitgeist emerging from the shadow of the Great War and the Spanish flu. In the West, a dizzying economic boom fueled a jazz age of electric modernity and flapper liberation, all underscored by the roar of assembly lines. Yet this gilded exuberance was a fragile veneer. While fascism rose in Europe and civil wars ignited across Asia, the decade's undercurrent was one of radical upheaval and Prohibition-era tension, hurtling toward the catastrophic crash. Crime cinema of the era captured that raw energy perfectly. So join us as we explore the shadows of this electric decade and count down our selections. Let's get to our rankings. Coming in at number 10, we have The Ace of Hearts. This film explores the dark corners of a secret society where loyalty is absolute and sacrifice is demanded. Within this brotherhood, a tense rivalry brews over a single, vital assignment. At the center stands Lilith, a woman whose quiet strength challenges their violent dogma. The society demands a life be taken to secure their vision of peace. Farallone, played by the legendary Lon Chaney, draws the fateful card and is chosen to carry out the execution. Chaney delivers a performance of surprising sympathy, portraying a man torn between his violent duty and his growing love for Lilith. The narrative becomes a masterclass in suspense as emotions clash with ideology. It moves with a chilling momentum toward a nerve-wracking climax worthy of the greatest thrillers. This is a haunting look at the cost of fanaticism and the power of redemption, securing its place as a silent era essential. Coming in at number 9, we have The Unholy Three. This silent crime melodrama establishes a legendary artistic alliance, driven by the chameleonic talents of Lon Chaney. He delivers a stunning dual performance as the ventriloquist Professor Echo and the kindly Mrs. O'Grady, showcasing a mastery of disguise that defines the era's macabre cinema. The plot follows a trio of sideshow performers who leave the circus to orchestrate a series of clever burglaries, led by Chaney's deceptive grandmother figure, and including the formidable Victor McClellan as Hercules. They use their unique skills to infiltrate high society, creating a web of suspense and dark humor. The Unholy Three remains a masterpiece of the genre, blending the grotesque with the emotional in a way only director Todd Browning and Lon Chaney could achieve. Its inventive narrative and powerhouse performances cemented the film's status as a quintessential silent thriller, leaving an enduring legacy on crime cinema. Coming in at number 8, we have The Hands of Orlac. This is a chilling plunge into the uncanny, following a celebrated concert pianist whose life is shattered by a devastating accident. With his hands crushed, he undergoes a radical procedure, receiving transplants that once belonged to an executed killer, setting a stage of pure dread. Conrad Veidt delivers a haunting performance, portraying a man consumed by the fear that his new limbs possess a malevolent will. He struggles to play the piano while his obsession estranges his devoted wife, Yvonne, played beautifully by Alexandra Serena. A creeping sense of psychological torment builds as he questions his own sanity and identity. Blending science fiction with early body horror, the film explores the terrifying link between physical form and the human soul. Directed by Robert Wien, it remains a masterful piece of suspense, proving its power lies not in stylized sets, but in the chilling reality of a nightmare that feels entirely plausible. Coming in at number 7, we have Beggars of Life. William Wellman directs this raw, silent tale, where a wandering tramp discovers a corpse and a hidden fugitive. Louise Brooks mesmerizes as the mysterious girl, bringing an electrifying presence that immediately anchors the film's gritty atmosphere. The story follows the girl and her tramp companion as they evade the law, hopping freight trains through a dangerous underworld. They navigate a clash of hobos while Louise Brooks disguises herself to survive the perilous journey. Richard Arlen provides a sturdy counterpart to Brooks, portraying a man driven by desperate compassion. Wallace Beery chews the scenery as the menacing Oklahoma Red, adding layers of tension to the dangerous encounters. This relentless narrative captures a haunting glimpse into the ways of the wanderer. The result is a timeless masterpiece of survival, showcasing the director's signature raw energy and style. Coming in at number 6, we have The Penalty. Directed by Wallace Worsley, this silent thriller features a shocking premise where a childhood tragedy leaves a man a victim of the surgeon's knife. Years later, he rises to rule the San Francisco underworld with a terrifying, focused rage. The magnetic Lon Chaney delivers a truly chilling performance as the crime lord Blizzard, proving why he was the master of transformation. His physical intensity brings a terrifying reality to the character's desperate quest for vengeance against the doctor who altered his body, creating a masterpiece of silent suspense. This film is a stunning display of early 20th century cinematic artistry, combining a gripping narrative with unforgettable visuals. It remains a powerful study of obsession and retribution that transcends its era. The Penalty is essential viewing, showcasing a legendary artist at the height of his considerable powers. Coming in at number 5, we have The Docks of New York. Joseph von Sternberg crafts a visually stunning masterpiece of the 20s, where shadowy expressionist themes meet the gritty waterfront. It captures a world of smoke and steam that immediately envelops the viewer. We follow the rugged engineer, Bill Roberts, played by George Bancroft with immense power, who rescues a woman named May, portrayed beautifully by Betty Compson, from a desperate fate. Their spontaneous marriage in a waterfront dive bar brings a fleeting moment of light to their existence. The narrative navigates the consequences of that night, leading to a dramatic test of character and sacrifice. It stands as a testament to redemption found in the most unlikely of places. A silent classic that delivers an unforgettable emotional punch. Coming in at number 4, we have Blackmail. Directed by the legendary Alfred Hitchcock, this London-set thriller captures the transition from silent film to the talkies. It follows Alice White, portrayed by Annie Andra, as she navigates the perilous attention of an artist, all while the busy Scotland Yard detective, Frank Webber, played by John Longdon, investigates the case. The tension mounts as Annie Andra delivers a captivating performance, portraying a woman consumed by guilt and the fear of exposure. She faces a menacing blackmailer, played with sinister charm by Cyril Richard, creating a psychological duel that drives the suspense. Meanwhile, Sarah Allgood and Charles Patton provide grounded support as Alice's concerned parents, adding emotional weight to the unfolding drama. Hitchcock's mastery is evident in every frame, pioneering visual storytelling that speaks louder than words. The film remains a masterclass in suspense, blending romance with criminal intrigue to create a truly unforgettable experience. Its influence echoes through cinema, securing its place as a monumental achievement from the late 20s that continues to thrill audiences today. Coming in at number 3, we have Dr. Mabuse, The Gambler. This film plunges us into the decadent underbelly of the Weimar era, showcasing a criminal mastermind who operates with terrifying intellect. Rudolf Kleinrage delivers a mesmerizing performance as the titular doctor, portraying a man who can dominate minds and manipulate the stock market with equal, chilling precision. The narrative follows Mabuse as he targets the wealthy Edgar Hull, using psychic suggestion to strip him of his fortune in a high-stakes card game. Meanwhile, the stoic prosecutor Von Wenck begins to unravel this web of deception. The film balances these cat-and-mouse dynamics with scenes of lavish parties, where disguises and criminal machinations blur the lines of reality. Directed with visionary precision, the film established a template for the modern psychological thriller that remains potent today. It captures a society adrift where identity is fluid and corruption reigns supreme. The conflict between Mabuse and the forces of law is not just a battle of wits, but a struggle for the very soul of the era. Coming in at number 2, we have The Lodger, A Story of the London Fog. This essential Hitchcock thriller captures a city paralyzed by fear. A mysterious killer stalks blonde women through the gloom, creating an atmosphere of pure dread and suspense. Into this uneasy environment steps a stranger, portrayed with intense nervousness by Ivor Novello. He rents a room from the Buntings, but his strange habits soon ignite paranoia. He removes portraits of blondes from the walls, causing the family to question his true motives. While a detective, played by Malcolm Keane, closes in, the line between victim and predator blurs beautifully. Hitchcock directs with masterful control, weaving a complex web of suspicion. It remains a timeless study of fear, capturing the shadowy heart of the 20s. Before we get to our number 1 pick, we have a few films that just missed the cut but are more than worthy of an honorable mention. Our first honorable mention is The Haunted Castle. This foundational piece of animation history utilizes groundbreaking techniques to create an atmosphere thick with dread, where shifting walls and spectral apparitions haunt a medieval fortress. We witness a masterful early exploration of horror cinema, where every frame contributes to a building sense of macabre delight and pioneering visual storytelling. Our second honorable mention is Across to Singapore. We journey back to 1913, where a young Australian stowaway, Joel, finds himself aboard a vessel bound for the fabled port city. His adventure is soon eclipsed by a dangerous obsession with a charismatic singer, the woman who captures his entire being. The film paints a stunning panoramic view of maritime life and exotic ports of call. But at its core, it is a raw, haunting exploration of unrequited devotion. It is a beautiful tragedy that charts a young man's course into a consuming passion from which he can never truly escape. Our third honorable mention is the Canary murder case. This is a quintessential jazz-age mystery where the hard-drinking, street-smart detective, Philo Vance, is called to investigate the brutal slaying of a glamorous nightclub singer known as the Canary. The investigation plunges him into a glittering, yet corrupt, social circle filled with jealous lovers and secret rivals, where every beautiful face hides a dark motive. With its sharp, witty dialogue and labyrinthine plot, the story brilliantly captures the frantic energy and moral ambiguity of the Roaring Twenties, establishing a blueprint for the modern private eye story that remains powerfully resonant. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Coming in at number 1, we have Pandora's Box. This cinematic landmark captures the magnetic energy of Louise Brooks, whose portrayal of Lulu defines the era. Her performance embodies a dangerous allure that propels the narrative forward with style and grace. Lulu's intoxicating presence sets a city ablaze, drawing powerful figures into her orbit and breaking every rule that society holds dear. As she navigates the dangerous games played by men like Dr. Ludwig Schahn and his son Alwa, her path leaves a trail of chaos and broken hearts. Directed by Georg Wilhelm Pabst, the film remains a towering achievement in visual storytelling and atmosphere. It stands as a timeless exploration of obsession and consequence, securing its place as an essential masterpiece that continues to mesmerize audiences with its sheer artistic power. That concludes our look at the top 10 crime movies of the 1920s, a decade that forged the language of cinematic lawlessness we still enjoy today. From shadowy alleys to iconic heists, these films defined the genre and its lasting legacy. But the story is not over. Did we miss any of your personal favorites in this cinematic era? Let us know your picks in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe to Ground Zero for more deep dives into film history.